So we've just woken up this morning and we've had an emergency alert. I wasn't sure on the intensity of the storm, but we are a signal free. Now, I can't read this, so we've just translated it into good old Google, and it said that the wind is expected within 18 hours. Everything is taken care of. I'd love to know what that part means. Like, are people going out and sorting things out ASAP? Do they have like special storm teams that do that? Or what happens when this sort of thing happens? Because this is our first official proper typhoon situation. This one's going right across the country through the middle. So it's going from the east to the west, and we're in the west, we're in Metro Manila. But hopefully everybody stays safe and nothing happens that's drastic or dreadful. We watched the Siargao typhoon when 8 miles from home were living in it. They didn't evacuate, they stayed at home, and that was shocking enough to watch. Obviously these things, they do happen here, and we just have to sit tight. So the plan today was to just film like a little what we do in our day here in Makati, like a nice day in the life, like how we're doing. If you haven't watched our older videos, we have decided to stay here in Makati for 6 months. That doesn't mean we're just going to stay in Makati. We would love to kind of go up to the north again, or to the south when the sun comes out and there isn't any storms. But we're going to be staying here in Makati. So the plan today would be to show you what we're doing on a normal day. Today is a Sunday, so it's a much quieter day here in Makati. We usually on a Sunday now love going to Legazpi market. It's one of our favorites. They have great food to go and eat, which is what I'm craving. They had like a really great Hungarian sausage stand like last week. I know that's not very Philippine of me, but it was really tasty. And they have like really good stalls and bread and just really nice things. Kev had fish last week, which was a more traditional dish, and he loved that. And then we usually get like ripe mango shakes. I'm making myself really hungry. This isn't a good idea to go through the food, but we really love going to the Legazpi. And then we were going to hopefully maybe get a swim in. We have a pool here, and now that we are officially renting and we are not guests any longer, we don't have to pay for the pool, and we can go in as a 5, which is really nice. So we don't have to kind of only have 2 of us, which it was when we were guests. So we're going to go to the pool, but obviously there's a storm on its way, so it's not a good idea to go and do that. I know the winds aren't expected until another 18 hours. Pagasa website does change pretty much as quickly as it needs to, so you're very updated here, and it's great to get those warnings in so you feel like, you know, you're in the loop as a foreigner. You know what's going on, even if you don't watch the news or the weather like we don't. We're gonna get ready. I'm gonna sort this out, and we're gonna make our way to Legazpi. And I don't think it's gonna be a very long kind of outing today. I think we're just gonna get what we like, get something to eat, and then come home. The bag today, yeah, very cool.
Is that right? The binka?
No, bumbong.
Bonbon.
No, bumbong.
Very hot.
Is that a banana leaf, yeah?
Yeah.
Or a leaf? This week we actually finally got our hands on some bumbong, and it's like bright purple and it's really warm. And it comes with a bag of coconut and a bag of brown coconut sugar. So this is going to be really interesting because we've never tried this before. So if we eat it wrong, let us know because we have no idea. It's like the colour of your top.
I think it needs some sugar.
So we've just put the sugar and the coconut all over the top, which I think is what the picture showed to do. And we're going to try it now because it was a bit plain without it.
Like that. Tastes like jelly, but
Yeah, it tastes like jelly. It is very gloopy. I wonder what it's made of, like a glutinous flour? Like a rice flour or a tapioca?
I think it is rice flour.
Yeah.
So, bonbon is made from Hiroro Tong glutinous rice, white glutinous rice, muscovado sugar, grated coconut, butter and sesame seeds.
So Christmas is really starting to creep into the markets now. We've seen a lot of Christmas decorations and a few Christmas only stalls, and the ladies on those stalls are so nice. And there's like loads of like lanterns behind me, and there's a few Christmassy decorations which are really cool. So we might have to stock up and collect a couple here from the markets because they're really cute. I've just come back with a load of treats. Harry's got something very traditional, but we're not sure. Do you know what it's called?
No, that's probably
It's like a kind of fried shrimp cake. Then we've got the Hungarian hot dogs, me and Oz, because they're our favourites. And Lily has got crepes. Wow. Is that your favourite?
Yeah.
So it's around midday and the heavens have opened. A lot of the stores were starting to close early than normal. Usually they stick around till around 2, but I think everybody just wants to kind of get in and get home, which I completely understand. So we're just going to head to Wildflower because Kev's in search of more treats, and then we're going to head home. So we have just got back, and weather-wise, it's starting to just rain a bit more now. It's very kind of cloudy and misty. And looking out now, because the window's right in front of me, sorry, there's like, you can kind of start to see that the buildings are starting to fog over, so you can't see as much out there. It is a level 5 super typhoon, but for Metro Manila and places like in our area, we are still a level 3. That's still not great. But I think it's the Polillo Islands are a level 5, and they are going to be getting one heck of a battering. And we just hope and pray that everybody stays safe and nobody gets hurt in this storm. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens, but we are on constant weather watch at the moment. So we're charging all of our devices in case of any brownouts, or we call them blackouts, but they are brownouts here, which is very likely in this sort of weather situation. So we've got our power bank charging and everything we have charged just in case. We're looking at maybe a 48-hour, maybe longer period of no power, but it is coming up to like 1-2 o'clock, and it's supposed to get here this afternoon. So we're gonna have to just kind of see how it goes. This video was supposed to be a day in the life, but it may end up being a storm watch video. So we'll see. At the moment, the kids are just colouring and playing. Kev's just watching some merging videos, and we're just chilling out for the little while, and then we'll see what happens. Just fingers crossed for everybody, and we hope everybody stays safe. But I'm gonna get on with a little bit of work, and then I will catch you in an hour or so. You're an idiot. I can't look. I've got to be. Don't just sit there.
I said you're live.
Yeah, but they can hear you breathing. You sound like you've got an asthma attack. So usually when we get back, I have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of comments to answer. We make it a big deal to answer as many, if not everybody. There may be 1 or 2 that have slipped through that I didn't get a chance to answer. We just put a community post up about the storm. This video I'm making now is not in real time, whereas the community post obviously is. So we can get better advice, and I'm also talking to a few friends on Instagram that always reply to me and talk to me and give me advice, which is so nice. So we've got a few people just kind of wishing us well and giving us advice on how to get through the storm. And then there's also previous comments on all the videos that we made before. So it's really amazing to see such engagement with so many different people. So that's usually what I do when I get back, is answer hundreds of comments, and I really enjoy talking to all of you guys. If you ever feel like you want to reach out and leave us a comment, I try my absolute hardest to reply. It may be within a day. I think the latest I ever left it was like 2 days before I answered. But I do try and get to everybody as much and as quick as possible. So if you do want to leave a comment, please feel free to. We always reply. And yeah, we're just sitting and preparing for the storm. We've had lots of advice on topping up our water and food just in case, and also to charge everything, which obviously I've already mentioned. And if we've got any like flashlights or torches or anything, we could charge those as well, obviously, because if we lose power we won't have any lights either. So that's where we're at. It's now 1:30, and yeah, I've got to get to these comments because there's loads to do. So Daddy's just gone down to the mall downstairs just to get some more water. What's too loud? That? No, it's okay, you can keep watching it. So he's gone to get some more water and a few snacks, but the kids are just playing on their Kindle, having some really nice quiet time, and yeah, we're just enjoying being in and relaxing for the meantime.
A little update at 2:18. I think they've gone up to signal 4 for Metro Manila now.
Okay, well I'm going to have to translate all of that as well because we're not sure what that says yet.
And I just scared my mum by telling her.
Yeah, he said, so he said there's a typhoon on its way, and she said, oh, so what does that mean? And he just said, well, Mum, lots of destruction. Like, that's not really good, is it? Firstly, that's not gonna potentially happen anyway. And secondly, even if it does, well, yeah, she just woke up, and that's not great, is it? And secondly, no, you don't say things like that to people. Oh yeah, what does that mean? What does typhoon mean, Kev? Oh, destruction everywhere. End of the world.
It's blunt.
Let's
hopefully it won't be.
There's a weather check. It's pretty gloomy, but not too much rain just yet. But we've just got a weather warning saying Manila's gone up to oh, careful. We've just had a weather warning say that Manila's gone up to a level 4. You're 4?
Yeah.
In 12 hours time. So staying put. So it's getting to like the 5 o'clock mark. I don't know where my phone's gone all of a sudden.
It's 5.
Yeah, and usually around this time we kind of start getting ready for dinner and stop kind of working. I've edited a video and uploaded it, so that's gonna now upload onto YouTube, which is, I can tell you any because you would have already seen it, and that's the Wistl Park video. And then Kev usually just sits out and kind of watches YouTube for like 7 hours straight. He watches all the YouTubers here in the Philippines. We get so many comments telling us to watch Juicy and to watch 8 Miles From Home and to watch Becoming Filipino and the Anderson family.
Yes.
Yeah. We do. We watch Travels to Freedom. We watched Sunkissed Bucket List when they were here. We've been watching Juicy Vlog for like 3-4 years. We watch 8 Miles From Home. We've been watching them since they came here. We watch Becoming Filipino sometimes. And we watch just all the other kind of couples and groups that come here just for short periods of time. We also watch the ones that are here long periods of time. So he usually does all of the watching of that because he loves watching about the Philippines even more than he does being here and making videos about it. It's true. It's so true. You love watching more about it. No, I know you love being here. I mean, you love watching about it.
Well, I like
even more.
I like watching about it so then I can understand where to go or what other people are doing. So
Yeah,
I
true.
can figure out on moves or if there's something that I'm missing out on.
Yeah, so he does watch it to get lots of tips and places to go, but then we also don't like falling into the habit of going everywhere everybody else goes. It's difficult because lots of people go to the same places and it's difficult to find new places if you're a little bit unsure. During this sort of time for me, I stopped kind of editing. All the comments were answered today, which was nice. So I got back to everybody. I got a lot of Instagram messages about the storm, and we got loads of advice and helpful tips for that. So thank you for that as well. This video will go out way after this storm happens. So I know that by the time you guys watch it, it'll be out. So don't worry about it. I know some of you will be a bit confused as to why I'm talking about a storm that's happening right now here for us, and then posting it in like 3 weeks time. We tend to keep our videos in advance to keep up with video content and not fall behind and miss videos. It means that we're always on schedule and we post 3 videos consistently every single week. And it also just keeps our safety in mind, just because, you know, if we're in a different place or an area we're not, like, we've never been to before, we don't want people to kind of seek us out and, you know, mean us any harm, because there are people out there that will do that from any country in the world. Before anybody says that, I know, but in any country in the world, it's a bit dangerous to let people in on your location at that exact point. I know lots and lots and lots of YouTubers do this. They keep their videos in advance just to keep their location a bit private, so that you don't end up running into someone who's not so nice and means you harm. But apart from that, I usually wind down with YouTube or Netflix. I love a good film. I'm currently reading June. I tend to read this when we're at the pool as well, but I am not very far in, like 90 pages, but it's a massive book. And if I'm not reading, I'm painting, because I love to make art. Guys, I've made comments about art and looking for art shops on these videos before. So I usually do like painting in a little book if I get bored, or if I just want to wind down and relax. These are my ways to kind of zone out of being on my phone all the time, and they give me my own things to get on with and do. And then whilst we're doing what we like to do to wind down, the kids are just playing and making a giant mess in the other room. And for dinner tonight, I believe we have lechon with rice, or are you making it a pork and applesauce spaghetti?
I don't know.
Making it English. We're having lechon, but making it English maybe. But Elowen does love rice, so we may have to put some rice with it and have it traditionally, but we don't know yet. So yeah, that's what's for dinner. Storm wise, it's raining, but there's not much more happening at the moment. We were issued a level 4, like I said, but that's not going to happen for a few more hours. I think the majority of the storm is going to happen overnight, so we shall see. So today we've got some rice, we've got some lechon, which we got from Salcedo Market. Yeah. And that came with a couple of sauces as well. We got some applesauce from downstairs, a baguette, and some chopped tomatoes, looks like. Probably not the most traditional way to eat lechon. Yeah. But it's kind of like a Filipino-English mashup. We're doing like an English-Filipino fusion food. It may catch on. Maybe this will be a trend. Maybe you guys will eat it similarly. I don't think you will, but we're going to try it and see how we feel. So this is what I've got. I've just got bread with the lechon in it and some apple sauce. If you are ever going to go to England, this would be really traditional. But it's got the Filipino twist of having lechon in the middle of it instead. So I'm really looking forward to this. It looks really tasty. And then the kids have got like a mixture of eggs, rice, lechon, bread.
I've gone for like a Hawaiian.
Yeah, so now it's a Hawaiian English Filipino twist.
Yeah. So a monster. So what you look like?
Oh, I know what one has the monster.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, now I'm sending those two.
I'll
for
put it
someone
down
you wanted.
when
You put monster down for me.
Yeah.
You're having some cakey. So we're watching a program about cakes. And we're
Is it cake?
yeah, is it cake?
Yeah.
And we're eating cake. Yay!
Yeah.
So we've had all of our cake and we've watched TV, and it's quite late now. It's around 9 p.m, which is a bit late for bedtime. We tried to keep it around 8. But since coming to the Philippines, our bed schedules have been all over the place. So we're trying to get into a routine. But it's bedtime, so you're going to say night?
Night.
So while they're still chatting and they're meant to be going to bed,
Asleep.
I am going through how much we're spending during the month and keeping track of what our outgoings are. So much as, yes, we are from a Western background, our budget's not endless.
No. You do this most nights, don't you?
Well, I should do most of them.
You do it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, when Kev starts doing that, he does a lot of the paperwork side of Wistl Family Adventures. I tend to be the creative side, the cameraman, the person that puts together video ideas and edits and does the thumbnails, and I also comment back to everybody as well. Kev does like all the emails, all the admin, the paperwork, all the boring stuff I really hate doing. So we work really well as a team. But we are just going to settle in for the night. I hope that I won't be checking in with you anytime soon until the morning. If anything starts to get a lot worse with the storm, I may kind of be awake anyway and check in with you then. But wish us a peaceful night's sleep at least. The wind has definitely picked up now. We heard it whistling through our windows earlier, and also if you look down, most of where we can see, you can't see a lot of the wind, but then you look down, you watch all the trees and all the grass and the bushes, and they're all like that. So it's definitely windy. It's definitely windy, and there's not a ton of rain that I can hear or see, so I don't know if it's kind of the calm before the storm is going to really hit soon. It's not really supposed to be here anyway for a while. We've still got a few hours. Ooh, don't do that. Sorry, kids out of bed, not doing as they're told again. This is real life. For all you saying that they're really well behaved, I don't think that's as true as I would like it to be. So yeah, we're just gonna settle down for the night. I'm gonna put on a film or a series, not sure yet, and hopefully get these kids to sleep eventually. We'll see you in the morning.
Don't watermelon.
Is that your breakfast?
No, it's yours.
It's mine.
Yeah, a whole watermelon.
Thank you. You're doing your learning. So as you can see, it doesn't even look like there was ever a storm. There's hints of blue sky coming out at the back there. There's no more rain or clouds. I don't know what happened. It just disappeared overnight. It actually makes you feel a little bit silly because we built up so much that it was like a super typhoon and it was going to come through the whole of the kind of island of Luzon. And then I don't know what happened. It got windy, but it didn't get like super windy. And then all of a sudden it just disappeared. We didn't hear anything through the night. We didn't feel anything through the night. I know the islands like Polilos Islands and that coastal area got hit quite badly. But here in Metro Manila, it doesn't feel like there ever was a super typhoon, let alone even a storm. We got some heavy rain, but even now it's not raining and it's like midday nearly. So, don't know what happened. But I hope you enjoyed spending the day with us yesterday. It was really fun to just go out and do our normal weekend activities. Usually we'd go in the pool as well. We were really hoping to show you that because the kids love swimming and they really wanted to show you their swimming and how they've learned to swim, and they're really proud of themselves about it. But it just obviously wasn't the day for it because the rain started coming in quite quickly at around midday yesterday. So maybe another vlog we will show you that. If you really enjoy these like home vlogs or these like day-to-day what we do normally, please let us know because it'd be really great to kind of show you this side of us as well as the adventure side of us as well, because eventually if we do want to make this our home, you're going to be seeing a lot more of like the day-to-day stuff. It's been really fun having you guys with us this whole day yesterday and going through the typhoon with you together, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.